following the sad death of Queen Elizabeth on Thursday. As you can see, we are gathered by thousands of public paying their respects, and we'll be talking to the public, gathering their thoughts. Emily, would you like to add to that?
Yeah, there's so many people here today at Buckingham Palace. Everyone's all in different spirits. We have people, everyone's mourning the Queen, but there's also people that seem to be excited about the new king. We can see people holding flags. We've seen there's absolutely so many people here. And Sharon, what is happening today? What are we expecting?
Well, today at St James Palace, King Charles III was proclaimed king and has vowed to follow Queen's inspiring example. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's amazing I think we'll hear a lot of that today, how he wants to follow in his mother's footsteps. I mean, he's had 70 or plus years of practicing for this role, and I really think he's ready for it. What do you think?
Yeah, and trumpets and cheers for King Charles as bank holiday was officially declared for the Queen's funeral. So I think people had mixed emotions with that. So yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, so we're going to go around, we're going to interview people, see how everyone's feeling today about the Queen, about the new king, about past controversies. We're going to be asking everything today. So yeah,
and just asking how they feel about the future, the change of the monarchy, and how they feel about King Charles taking the reins, and see how he will do. But so far everyone has said good things about him, and yeah.
Well, for everyone's lives, everyone's always had a queen, so it's so different for everyone to have to even get used to saying "God save the king." Like, even that doesn't flow off the tongue. So it'd be really interesting to see what people have to say today, definitely.
Yeah. Hi, can you tell me where you're from and your name?
My name is Makeda and I'm from London, West London.
And how did you feel about the Queen passing, and what was your thoughts and views?
I was really upset. Just didn't expect it. Thought she would live forever. So, yeah.
And what brings you here today?
We just wanted to come and pay our respects. Just be around the area. So, yeah.
And what's your thoughts on King Charles? Do you think he'll be...
Yeah, I think he'll be a good king. I'm excited. It'll be exciting to have a king. So, yeah.
Any personal message for the new king?
Just excited and, yeah. Wish him well, yeah, definitely.
Okay, thank you for your time. Thank you. Hi, who are you and where are you from today?
We're coming from Seville, Spain. So.
Oh wow, okay. And your thoughts and your view? How did you feel about the Queen passing? How did you feel on the day when you found out that she'd passed away?
I think it's as sad as any other person passing, but I feel like this is a bit of a cultural and historical event, and that's why I'm here. No special attachments from myself to the Queen, just a regular person on my view. But very interesting.
And what about your little children? Do you think it affects them, and how obviously everything's going to change now?
I don't think it will affect them whatsoever, no.
And
I hope that they remember this day, because it's quite a historical day.
Yeah. And why would you feel it was so important for you to come here today?
Just again, I think it's a historical day. I think that a king or queen only dies, every generation, and I wanted to be here to see how everyone mourns her.
And how do you feel about the King Charles coming in and taking over?
I don't really have an opinion on that.
Okay.
But I hope he does it well as his mother. Anyway.
Do you have any words?
Alejandro.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hi, where have you travelled from today? And
I'm from London, I'm local, but obviously I haven't been to Buckingham Palace for quite a long time. I just wanted to come today because I'm just upset. I mean, obviously she's been our queen. We haven't known any other monarch all our lives, so just want to pay tribute to her. She's been an inspiration to so many people, lovely, taking care of us and family. So really it's just reflecting on such a big change in our lifetime.
And how did you feel? What was your thoughts on?
I had a bit of a cry when I found out. I actually had tears. I don't know why, I just felt quite emotional. I mean, I'm all right now. Obviously, we've got a new king to look forward to. It's just going to be strange saying, long live the king.
And what memories do you have from the Queen, and fond memories that you may have from the Queen in her 70 years of reign?
We had a lovely Jubilee celebration, so that was very nice. She's always just been there, hasn't she? She's never not been the Queen, so it's going to be odd.
And why did you feel it was so important for you to be here today?
I don't know, I just want to feel the atmosphere, see the tributes and just come.
And how do you feel about King Charles coming in reign? And
exciting times. Obviously he's waited long enough, so it's exciting to see him. All the changes that will come along with the royal, in the royal family. So yeah, it's good. Yes, I wish him all the best, yeah.
Thank you so much, thank you.
Yeah, thank
Have a
you.
good day.
Take care.
Hi, where are you from today?
I'm French-Italian.
I'm from Mexico City.
Wow, so how did you feel about when you heard of the Queen passing, and what was your views and how did you feel?
I think great moment of sadness because she was representing a lot for the UK and worldwide as well. And we hope the best of life for the new king.
Actually, it was a really sad news. So I'm from Mexico City, but I've been here in London for almost 22 years. So it's my queen. So I'm British, and it's very sad.
And why did you feel it was so important to be here today?
I think to mark respect, to pay respect, and also to live this historic moment because it won't happen again to us, I think.
And it's, I think, the only queen that I have been known in my life. So I would like to pay respect to her because she was really...
Any feelings and views about King Charles coming in, and any messages?
I think he will be a great king, probably very modern and liberal. And that's a change for the country, which is all for the better.
I think King Charles III, he will be a really good king because he has the experience. So he was waiting 70 years to get this, in the throne. So he will be a really good king for us.
Okay, thank you guys. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Hi guys, where are you from today?
We are from India.
We are from India.
We are from India.
India.
And how did you feel about the Queen and obviously sadly passing, and obviously it's a historic moment, so what were your thoughts?
It's obviously a very sad moment for all of us. She has been a great messenger for the humanity around the world, and we really feel highly condolences for not only for the people of Britain, it's all over the world.
Sorry, can you please repeat the question?
Just how did you feel about the Queen passing, and what was your thoughts?
Sad moment, actually. For the whole world, it's not just for the Britain, for the entire world. So, yeah. Sorry about that.
Yeah, actually we feel very bad. We think that she's not the Queen. She's the mother of the Britain, as well as we think that she's like a mother. So maybe we lost somebody, which we can't realize how we feel. We feel that means the Britons also feel the same thing. We are from all the way from the India. That means we have some certain feelings that, so the same thing.
And why did you feel it was so important to come today?
Not anything right now.
Just to witness the moment, like how the people are feeling over here and see how it goes here. So that's the reason.
Yeah, we just wanted to be here and feel the atmosphere and give our condolences and our...
And obviously King Charles III has been proclaimed king today, and how do you feel about that, and how do you think that's going to change things in UK?
We think so, because maybe we are listening good things about the King Charles. So he is not replaces her place, but maybe up to some extent maybe he will do something for our nations as well as whole world. Yeah.
Hope he continues his legacy and keep up his good work. So hope for the best.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for Mr. Charles, and I think we are looking for some good things from him.
Okay, thank you so much, guys, for your time. Thank you. Take care. Hi, who are you and where are you from today?
I'm Daisy, I'm from London.
Okay, and what brings you here, and why did you think it was so important to be here today?
It's pretty much, it's not a once in a lifetime now, but it's significant. I think she's had an excellent reign, and I think it really has brought everyone together. Everyone's here. I think it is important, sad, but important.
Okay, and how did you feel when you heard about the Queen passing, and what was?
Quite sad, yeah, quite sad. I think it was expected, but yeah, it was quite sad. I think it's also a moment of change and uncertainty as well, with everything else going on. So I think it's very important at the moment.
I know you're quite young, but do you have any memories of the Queen, or what's your earliest memory of her?
My earliest memory would be when I was potentially around, I think I must have been 9, maybe 8 at one of her jubilees, and I grew up in the countryside originally, so we had like a party and everything, and that's one of my earliest memories of like the importance of everything.
And King Charles has been proclaimed king today, and how do you feel about that? What do you think that means for yourself and others?
I'm not really sure, to be honest. I think potentially it's an opportunity of moving forward, slightly younger with his family, but he's not all that younger, so I think we may have another one of these soon. I don't know.
Thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi guys, who are you and where are you from today?
We're from Maidstone, and we're here just to explore and see what's going on. Yeah.
Hi. We came from Maidstone. I think we want to say condolences to the Queen. As we know, I think the Queen has a very good history of 70 years as a Queen, and the way the monarchy has ruled, that was amazing. So we want to give.
And how do you feel about the Queen? What do you think of the Queen and her passing away, and what do you think that's?
Well, I think that it's a really big legacy, and it's just an honour to have her, and I can't wait for Prince Charles and see what he's going to do.
What changes do you think he's going to bring to the monarchy and everything else, and the changes? What do you think that means for you?
I'm not really sure, but maybe many changes will come, and I think it will be really good to see what he has in surprise for us.
Do you have any little memories of the Queen, and what do you remember from the Queen? Obviously, because you're quite young.
Yeah. Well, the World War II and how she held, the Platinum Jubilee as well.
You celebrated the Platinum Jubilee?
Yeah, I baked a cake and it was really nice, yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
Yeah, I think during my summer holidays, we used to watch The Crown, and we exactly could understand how the Queen, how tough the job is for the Queen, and how she managed coolly without. I'm not sure how she was maintaining her health for 96 years without much of issues.
As King Charles has been proclaimed king today, and what do you think he's going to bring changes to?
Yeah, I think he was long waiting, and he knows he has a lot of knowledge all around the world. Surely he will bring a lot of changes here. Yeah.
Do you have any messages for the new king? What would you like to say to him if you had the chance?
Well, I would say it's really sad to hear about the Queen, but I'm sure that he'll be a great monarch. Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, who are you and where you come from today?
My name is Gary. Born and bred in this country. 56 now. I could honestly say that I've known her for 56 years, and it was a shock. So I thought I'd come down and show my respects. It's quite surreal.
So what memories do you have of the Queen?
Well, I actually met her and shook her hand. She came and she opened up the HQ for London Fire Brigade, because I was a firefighter for about 10 years, and had the privilege of meeting her, shaking her hand. I've got the pictures. I haven't got the T-shirt though.
And how was that for you, meeting the Queen?
Oh, speechless. Absolutely speechless. She's got a fantastic sense of humour. She asked me what made me want to become a firefighter, because I was actually training, and I said it's because my mum said so, and she laughed, and we had a chuckle, and she moved on to the next colleague. So it was a privilege. It really was a privilege.
And why do you feel it was so important for you to be here today?
To be quite honest with you, just to show my respects. Born in this country, just wanted to show my respects, to be honest with you.
And how do you feel about King Charles coming in, and how do you think he's going to change the monarchy?
Well, it's going to be quite interesting to see him on the money, and I think he's got a lot to offer. For the simple reason is he's seen what his mother's done and wanting to do, and he'll take over and he'll do a good job. He's going to be a proud king. He's going to make us feel proud, I'm sure.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you, Sharon. As you can see today, we've had so far such a range of mixed emotions from the public. I've had people crying, I've had people feeling happy about the new king. There's been such a range of emotions here today. Some have brought a tear to my eye, in fact, as well. And we've just got it in that King Charles has now been officially proclaimed king at St. James's Palace. So here's some footage from that now.
The business for part 1 of the Council. My Lords, it is my sad duty to inform you that Her Most Gracious Majesty, Queen Elizabeth II, has passed away on Thursday, the 8th of September, 2022, at Balmoral Castle. I propose that, when certain necessary business has been transacted, a deputation consisting of Her Majesty, His Royal Highness, the Archbishop of Canterbury, the Lord Chancellor, the Archbishop of York, the Prime Minister, the Clerk of the Council, and myself, shall wait on the King and inform him the Council is assembled. I now call on the Clerk of the Council to read aloud the text of the proclamation.
Whereas it has pleased Almighty God to call to His mercy our late Sovereign Lady, Queen Elizabeth II, of blessed and glorious memory, by whose decease the crown of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland is solely and rightfully come to the Prince Charles Philip Arthur George. We, therefore, the Lords spiritual and temporal of this realm, and members of the House of Commons, together with other members of Her late Majesty's Privy Council, and representatives of the realms and territories, aldermen and citizens of London and others, do now hereby, with one voice and consent of tongue and heart, publish and proclaim that the Prince Charles Philip Arthur George is now, by the death of our late sovereign of happy memory, become our only lawful and rightful liege lord, Charles III, by the grace of God of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and of his other realms and territories, King, head of the Commonwealth, defender of the faith, to whom we do acknowledge all faith and obedience with humble affection, beseeching God, by whom kings and queens do reign, to bless his majesty with long and happy years to reign over us. God save the King!
God save the King!
I now invite those on the platform to sign the proclamation. drafts of 8 orders of council. 1. Ordering the proclamation to be printed and published in specialist supplements in the London, Edinburgh and Belfast Gazettes. 2. Directing the Lord Chancellor to affix the Great Seal to the proclamation proclaiming His Majesty King Charles III. 3. Directing the kings, heralds and pursuivants of arms to attend at the Court of St. James to proclaim His Majesty King Charles III. 4. Directing the Lord Mayor, the Court of Aldermen and Commons of London to attend at the Royal Exchange to proclaim His Majesty King Charles III. 5. Directing His Majesty's Secretary of State for Defence to give directions for the firing of guns at Hyde Park as soon as His Majesty is proclaimed. 6. Directing the Constable of His Majesty's Tower of London to give directions for the firing of guns at the Tower of London as soon as His Majesty is proclaimed. 7. Directing His Majesty's Secretary of State for Scotland to cause the proclamation for proclaiming His Majesty King Charles III to be published in Scotland. 8. Directing the Clerk of the Council to issue circular letters for causing His Majesty King Charles III to be proclaimed are hereby approved, and that concludes the business for this part of the Council. I now invite the deputation party to accompany me to wait on the King in the Council chamber. Business for part 2 of the Council. Your Majesty, to make your declaration.
My lords, ladies and gentlemen, it is my most sorrowful duty to announce to you the death of my beloved mother, the Queen. I know how deeply you, the entire nation, and I think I may say the whole world, sympathise with me in the irreparable loss we've all suffered. It is the greatest consolation to me to know of the sympathy expressed by so many to my sister and brothers, and that such overwhelming affection and support should be extended to our whole family in our loss. To all of us as a family, as to this kingdom and the wider family of nations of which it is a part, my mother gave an example of lifelong love and of selfless service. My mother's reign was unequalled in its duration, its dedication and its devotion. Even as we grieve, we give thanks for this most faithful life. I am deeply aware of this great inheritance and of the duties and heavy responsibilities of sovereignty which have now passed to me. In taking up these responsibilities, I shall strive to follow the inspiring example I have been set in upholding constitutional government and to seek the peace, harmony and prosperity of the peoples of these islands and of the Commonwealth realms and territories throughout the world. In this purpose, I know that I shall be upheld by the affection and loyalty of the peoples whose sovereign I have been called upon to be, and that in the discharge of these duties, I will be guided by the counsel of their elected parliaments. In all this, I am profoundly encouraged by the constant support of my beloved wife. I take this opportunity to confirm my willingness and intention to continue the tradition of surrendering the hereditary revenues, including the Crown Estate, to my government for the benefit of all, in return for the sovereign grant which supports my official duties as head of state and head of nation. And in carrying out the heavy task that has been laid upon me, and to which I now dedicate what remains to me of my life, I pray for the guidance and help of Almighty God.
I have with humble duty to crave your Majesty's permission for the publication of your gracious speech.
Approved.
Concerning the security of the Church of Scotland.
I understand that the law requires that I should, at my accession to the Crown, take and subscribe the oath relating to the security of the Church of Scotland. I am ready to do so at this first opportunity. I, Charles III, by the grace of God of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and of my other realms and territories, King, Defender of the Faith, do faithfully promise and swear that I shall inviolably maintain and preserve the settlement of the true Protestant religion as established by the laws made in Scotland in prosecution of the claim of right, and particularly by an act intituled An Act for Securing the Protestant Religion and Presbyterian Church Government, and by the acts passed in the Parliament of both kingdoms for union of the two kingdoms, together with the government, worship, discipline, rights and privileges of the Church of Scotland. So help me God.
I now invite your Majesty to subscribe both copies of the instrument, confirming the oath has been taken. I now invite the witnesses to His Majesty's oath to sign both copies of the instrument. Draft of an order in Council authorising Your Majesty's declaration to be made public.
Approved.
Draft of an order in Council for recording the oath relating to the security of the Church of Scotland, to be transmitted to the Court of Session, to be recorded in the Books of Sediment, and afterwards lodged in the State Papers of Scotland and in the Council Register.
Approved.
Draft order in Council determining the form of proclamation for proclaiming Your Majesty in the realms and in the British Overseas Territories.
Approved.
Draft of an order in Council authorising the Lord Chancellor to make use of the Great Seal for sealing all things whatsoever that pass the Great Seal until another Great Seal be prepared and authorised.
Approved.
Draft of an order in Council authorising the Lord Privy Seal, if need be, to make use of the existing Privy Seal until another Privy Seal is prepared and authorised.
Approved.
Drafts of 3 orders in Council authorising Your Majesty's principal Secretaries of State, the Lord Chancellor of the Exchequer and the Chancellor of the Duchy of Lancaster, to use the existing seals until other seals be prepared and authorised.
Approved.
Draft of an order in Council authorising Your Majesty's Secretary of State for Northern Ireland to make use of the existing Great Seal of Northern Ireland until another seal be prepared and authorised.
Approved.
Draft of an order in Council authorising Your Majesty's First Minister of Scotland to make use of the Great Seal of Scotland until another Great Seal of Scotland be prepared and authorised.
Approved.
Draft of an order in Council authorising Your Majesty's First Minister of Wales to make use of the existing Welsh Seal until another Welsh Seal be prepared and authorised.
Approved.
Draft of an order in Council authorising the public seals authorising the respective public seals lately in use elsewhere than in the United Kingdom to be made use of until new seals be prepared and their use duly authorised.
Approved.
Draft of an order in Council confirming Your Majesty's wishes in relation to the Sovereign Grant Act 2011 to continue the tradition of surrendering the hereditary revenues, including the Crown Estate, to your government for the benefit of all, in return for the sovereign grant, which supports your official duties as head of state and head of nation.
Approved.
Drafts of 2 proclamations. 1. Appointing the day of Her late Majesty's state funeral as a bank holiday in England, Wales and Northern Ireland. 2. Appointing the day of Her late Majesty's state funeral as a bank holiday in Scotland. And of 2 orders in Council directing the Lord Chancellor to affix the Great Seal to the proclamations.
Approved.
I now invite Your Majesty to sign both proclamations. And that, Your Majesty, concludes today's business for the Council. May I now invite the deputation party and the witnesses to the oath to exit via the picture gallery and the matted hall. I now ask Privy Councillors present to exit via the picture gallery and the matted hall and invite you to sign the proclamation, which is laid out in the lower corridor. Thank you all for attending today.
Up in Elizabeth's reign, and it completely expected, but or anticipated, shall I say, but a bit unexpected.
Yeah. So where have you guys travelled here from today?
We live near Brighton.
Oh.
So not very far, it's only an hour up the line, but no, it's worthwhile to see all these crowds of people who are showing their respect, which is what we have to be doing.
So what, are you excited for King Charles's reign? How do you feel about that?
I think it'll be very good. He's had a long time to practice, hasn't he, really? So he should be incredibly good. And his speech last night, I think, was incredible. And I think that sets the tone for his monarchy. I hope so.
And he has a very good lady behind him.
He does, that's right, yes. Yeah.
I'm very fond of Camilla.
Yeah, you're very, very fond of Camilla. Yes. So you're excited for her to be Queen Consort as well?
Yes, I don't have a problem with it, but just mourning the loss terribly of our wonderful Queen.
Well, thank you so much for talking to us today. Have an amazing rest of your day. Thank you. So who have I got here with me today?
I'm Robert Geary. This is my wife,
Emmy Geary. Oh, and where have you guys come here from today?
From Rochester in Kent.
And what emotions were you feeling about the Queen on Thursday when you heard of her passing?
Very unexpected. You know, it hit me bad, and I still feel, pretty emotional about it. But it's a huge loss for this country and everybody in the Commonwealth and around the world.
Really upsetting. And how do you think King Charles will be? Are you excited for his reign? How do you think he'll be as king?
I think he'll be a good king. Yeah. I mean, he's got a lot of experience as being like the deputy, so I think he'll fit the role well.
And would you have any messages to King Charles if he came down this road now?
I would just wish him the best of luck and shake his hand and buy him a beer, Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you guys so much. I got here with me today.
Hi, I'm Karen. I'm from London.
From London. Yeah. And what emotions were you feeling on Thursday when you found out that Queen Elizabeth had passed away?
I was actually on the tube and I didn't find out until I got out, and a friend had told me and I didn't believe it at first, because I found out she was under medical supervision, but I didn't know she was actually going to pass away that day. So yeah, really, really surprised.
And what brings you here to Buckingham Palace today?
We just wanted to see the new king, really, but we don't really know what's going on in terms of if he's coming back here or, I think everyone's just as confused as we are. But yeah, I hope we see something.
And if King Charles came down here now and you got the opportunity to speak to him, is there anything that you might say to him? Any advice or?
Oh, I don't know. Good luck. Yeah, I think, good luck. And I'm not really sure. I guess sorry for his loss. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So who have I got here with me today?
Nana, Sky, Bella, Lily,
Imi. And I see you've got some beautiful flowers for the Queen. So what kind of emotions have you guys, what have you learnt in school as well about the Queen?
We had like a really big assembly on the Queen and like her life and stuff.
Yeah. So what do you think about King Charles being the new king?
Yeah, I think that would be good. Yeah. Yeah, I think he'll be a good king.
And if King Charles was to come on this road right now, what would you guys say to him?
I'm not sure. Well, I'd be really happy to see royalty because, yeah, I think that would just be really cool.
And where are you guys going to place these lovely flowers?
Well, if we see a big place where there's loads and loads of flowers there, then we'll put them down there.
Oh, it's really lovely that you guys are doing this. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you.
We're not like really like into the monarchy, but we decided we'd just come up and see because obviously it's like a moment of history and just to like see like what's happening. And it is kind of like astonishing because obviously we live in Ireland, like you don't really see the support, so it is astonishing to like see the support. I'm not a big fan, but I just came to see, so I'll be respectful.
And what is your opinion on King Charles being our new king?
Personally, I don't believe in the monarchy anyways, but after like the Diana-Camilla situation, I don't like him at all, but I suppose it is hard. He has kind of handled the task well because I've seen him like give his press conference and all, and like his mother has just died. I respect that, so I do think he's doing well and he has waited his time, so hopefully he gets to enjoy his reign, but not my top choice.
And what do you think of Camilla as Queen Consort?
I don't know, I feel like as a woman, kind of like seeing someone else get cheated on, like I know it's technical and all, I think it's hard to like sympathise with her. I know she gets a lot of hate, but it is hard to kind of pick a side, but it's her time to shine, I guess. It is what it is. We can't decide it, but yeah, I think it's kind of a bit a sticky situation, but it's up to them.
Perfect. Thank you so much for talking to me. Thank you. And where have you come from today?
Wimbledon.
And what brings you here to Buckingham Palace?
We've always come up with, family is very royalist. We brought my 91-year-old mother up. She's around, over there. Yeah. So wow. She wanted to come, so we all come with her.
And what emotions were you feeling on Thursday?
Very sad, yeah.
And how do you think King Charles will be as our new king?
I think he'll be good, but it's a hard act to follow. Yeah.
And if you had any advice for him, what would you say?
Follow his mother's footsteps. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
My name's Florence.
I'm Alice.
And where have you come from today to come to Buckingham Palace?
Bearsted.
Nice. And what have they taught you in school about the Queen with everything that's going on?
She was reigning for 70 years.
Yeah. And how do you feel about King Charles being our new king?
I don't know, actually.
Well, it's sad that the Queen's gone, but I feel like anyone that's next could do a really good job as well.
And if you had a message for King Charles now as he's king, what would you say to him?
Be a nice king.
I don't know.
Be a nice king, I like that. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
I'm Catherine from Carshalton.
And how did you feel on Thursday, obviously, with the Queen passing away?
I heard it on the television.
Yeah.
And was shocked to hear that the Queen was ill, so kept the television on all afternoon and eventually heard the sad news, yes.
And what does it mean to you to be here at Buckingham Palace today?
Just wanted to be part of being here because the Queen has died, maybe to see the new king, and also it's part of history. I would have liked my grandchildren to see history in the making. I can remember when the Queen became Queen, so at that time I lived in Glasgow, and I remember the train going past with her on it, and yeah, that's it. So just wanted to be part of it.
Wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much for speaking to me today.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Leo.
Damien.
Toby.
Vandana.
Elizabeth.
And how do you guys feel about the Queen's passing on Thursday?
I'm very sad, obviously. I mean, I think, as you've seen from the reaction globally, it's a huge loss for the world and particularly for this country. So, someone who gave her life to us, a great service. So I think everybody feels the loss quite deeply.
And how do you guys feel about King Charles being our new king?
Well, I
think he was going to do a really good job. I think he's really genuine, and he's going to try his best to follow in her footsteps. Big shoes to fill. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And what did you boys learn in school this week, particularly about the royal family?
That King Charles would be king, and the Queen sacrificed a lot for this country. And,
basically the same.
Okay, perfect. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Good, how are you?
Yeah, pretty good.
So what brings you to Buckingham Palace?
Honestly, it's just like, it's the crowds, it's the energy. Like, obviously it's a momentous day. It's a day that's going to go down in history. And just want to come out and kind of imbue it in memory, right?
So see King Charles, see everything that's going on, the rehearsals for Monday.
Absolutely, just like imbue it in memory with the rest of the British people, you know. It's in a time that's very polarised kind of in society, this is like a moment that brings everyone together.
Yeah.
You just want to be part of it.
And how did you feel on Thursday when you found out about the Queen?
Yeah, it was pretty rough. I mean, to be honest, like, I'm pretty neutral politically and with the monarchy, but it's just it's a sad day. You know, it's someone who's been ruling over 70 years, and it is, you know, it's a tough time for the whole country, for us as like individuals.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye. So King Charles III has now officially been proclaimed king, and join us now as we see thousands hail the new king with the national anthem.
Jack! Inward! Face! Stand at your ease! Stand easy! Brother Charles, come out and dress! One more slap back. Brother Jones, down hands! Ease! Stand! Easy!
Whereas it has pleased Almighty God to call to his mercy our late Sovereign Lady, Queen Elizabeth II, of blessed and glorious memory, by whose decease the crown of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland is solely and rightfully come to the Prince Charles Philip Arthur George. We, therefore, the Lords Spiritual and Temporal of this realm, and members of the House of Commons, together with other members of Her late Majesty's Privy Council, and representatives of the realms and territories, aldermen and citizens of London and others, do now hereby, with one voice and consent of tongue and heart, publish and proclaim that the Prince Charles Philip Arthur George is now, by the death of our late sovereign of happy memory, become our only lawful and rightful liege lord, Charles III. By the grace of God, of the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, and of his other realms and territories, King, head of the Commonwealth, defender of the faith, to whom we do acknowledge all faith and obedience with humble affection, beseeching God, by whom kings and queens do reign, to bless his majesty with long and happy years to reign over us. Given at St. James's Palace this 10th day of September in the year of our Lord, 2022. God save the King! Three cheers for His Majesty the King. Hip, hip! Hooray! Hip, hip! Hooray! Hip, hip! Hooray!
Hi guys, where are you from today and what brings you here?
I am from Oxford, and he's my friend visiting us from Australia.
Yeah, so I'm visiting here for work for some time, and then this unfortunate event made us come here and see all the sad moment, looking at these people, So.
And how did you feel about when the Queen passed away? What was your feelings and thoughts?
Yeah, it was kind of shock, and it is a very sad moment. Yeah, she was a kind of iconic figure for all the Commonwealth countries, and it's just a big loss for everyone.
Obviously, I just agree with him. It's a big legacy, a full century. Someone was leading the world and seeing all the rise and then, leading us to this world that we are today, which is a lot more democratic and a lot of freedom. And that made us at least see the legendary thing that happened. I feel proud being here at the moment. Though this is a sad moment, but I feel proud that I'm here at this moment and see the enthusiastic and the emotions that people are going through.
And what's your thoughts and how do you feel about King Charles and being king, and do you think he'll do a good job?
Yeah, I think he will do the great job, and someone has to look after the people, and I think he's doing a great job from many years. And
we look up to him, definitely. This is the same royal blood, and we expect the same thing that has been happening for the centuries.
Okay, controversial question. What's your views on the Kohinoor?
Sorry?
The Kohinoor jewels?
The question I asked him yesterday when I was here, where can I find him and look at him? Because if I look at my heritage, at some point of time, Sikh Empire owned this unfortunate diamond. And obviously,
where do you think it belongs?
It belongs to the world, whole world. The universe, nobody actually owned it ever, right? And I think it brings a lot of unfortune. Whosoever owns it, say, I wish nobody owns it.
Okay, and do you have any message for King Charles if you saw him, and what would you say to him?
Well, I wish good luck, and I will definitely say that keep doing all the work that this royal family have been doing for the world. He will continue the legacy. Yep.
Yeah, I think it will be great if he can preserve the legacy which Queen has put and bring the country forward. So if he can keep walking on the Queen's steps and taking everyone along with the way it was before, I think it will be a great effort. Yeah, and we look forward to it. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Hi, where are you from today?
I come from India, but we have been living in London since a couple of months now.
Yeah, I am here with her.
She's my mother, she stays with me.
Okay, and how did you feel about the Queen passing, and what was your thoughts?
Very sad. I mean, we have known Queen forever now, right? And I believe it's an end of an era. And the way she has had great achievements since 1952. Whether it's expansion of Commonwealth nations or whether it's the Suez Canal episode. So I believe she's done a lot, and the modern Britain that we know now, she has got a lot to contribute to that. And it's a very sad era. I mean, it's like everybody has known Queen forever now, right? So we really feel that it's an end of an era. However, life moves on. Yeah.
And do you have any fond memories of the Queen? Do you remember her for anything special?
Not like that, since I'm not a British citizen, but we have been visiting Buckingham Palace, and I've been reading a lot about Queen. So that's how I know about her. That's how I know about her.
She's a very good lady. She's a very, very beautiful heart, and she's very loving. And I think I am afflicted with her soul. Or everybody has she's a very good soul, or I want to God that she will live always here. I never forget her. I love her too much.
Oh, that's a lovely message.
Great thing. I always pray to God that she will live here always with we all. I love her. She's a very great, beautiful. She is smart. She has her personality. She is not copy to anybody. She's very nice lady and long lasting, ma'am. Mahatma Gandhi she met first, and after then Modi. She's very long life, and she's a very good personality, very strong personality, and I think she is a very, very divine personality, and I think that she is living here with me.
Oh, that's very.
She's not gone anywhere.
I can see the emotions. Obviously, she means a lot.
Very emotion. I love her too much, so I have come here to meet her. Very nice. Very nice.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
I'm very, very happy to you that you.
Hi guys, what's your names and where are you from today?
Hi, I'm Sevinch and we are coming from Deal to pay the respects for the Queen. It was so sad that she passed away and it was a stability to the whole nation, and we wanted to come and visit and share our feelings.
Why did you feel it was so important to come today, and how did it make you feel?
It was actually we wanted to just be here and share with everybody the same. I think everybody is here just to share this moment when it is so. I don't know. The words are so difficult to explain the emotions. So, yeah.
And what about King Charles coming in today and taking over?
Yeah, I think it's a very difficult moment for him, losing his beloved mother and ascending to the crown. So it should be a big moment for him and to take over everything he needs to take. Yeah.
Does your son have anything to say that he would like to say?
He's very shy, actually. He doesn't speak much with the adults. Or
does he understand what's going on, Queen? He knows about the Queen, and
he was explaining last night to our friends that Queen died, and it was so sad. He's feeling sad about the death, so always. So he's also saying, like, please don't say that word. It makes me so sad. So yeah.
Do you think there's going to be lots of change now with King Charles coming in, and what do you think that means for yourselves? And
I think he will follow the footsteps and the institutions' guidance. So I think he will follow, as he mentioned on his speech, he will follow what Queen have left. So I expect that to happen. Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Thank you. You gave me a thumbs up. Thank you. Hi, who are you and where are you from today?
Oh, we are from Bangalore. We've come here and we're working here and we got to know about this. So we are here just to see it, what is happening. And we like the experience.
Yeah. Same as we are here from Bangalore. We are here to pay our condolences to the Queen. So that's pretty much it.
Same thing. Paying condolences to the Queen, making sure that we pay our respect to the Queen. Thank you.
Why did you think it was so important to be here today?
96 years and Queen, India, it's like a very big thing. We know about her, we hear about her all the time, what is going on in her life, her interviews. So it's a big thing for us.
I think that's a very tricky question, to be very honest. But I think as Queen has a very close relation with India, so I think we deserve, to do the last homage and all.
Yeah, we're part of a Commonwealth. We definitely wants to pay respect to our Queen. Yeah, that's why we're here. Thank you.
Can I ask a question? What do you think about the Kohinoor diamond and what are your feelings on that now?
Oh, this one is really hard. But I think Camilla is going to get this Kohinoor now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I read it somewhere, but it's all right. It's past is past. It looks beautiful. It can look beautiful anywhere, and London is the prettiest place to be.
Do you think it belongs to Camilla, though?
It will now belong to her. Yeah, maybe till one day we get it back. So we'll find that day.
Well, past is past, as my friend says, but I think we need to look for a brighter future, and that's more important. So maybe someday, of course, why not? Being optimistic is a good thing.
Do you think it belongs to India then?
It comes from India, isn't it? From Hyderabad, state of Hyderabad. So in principle, yes, it belongs to India, like many other artifacts in British Museum, isn't it? But that's not a good discussion to get into.
Yeah. But we'll wait for the day when it comes back.
Okay, and your thoughts on King Charles being proclaimed king now? What's your feelings and thoughts on that?
Oh, king in waiting from a long time. I'm sure he'll do wonders because he's so prepared and he has seen it from how it's been done. I'm totally very excited what things will turn out to be. And you guys are going to get a king after a very, very long time. So, interesting.
So I think after 70 years, a king is coming back, which is quite interesting. And most importantly, I think it's a hands-on guy. Right, He already saw this very closely, how this happens and how the whole thing revolves around it. But I think the most challenging would be to step into Queen's shoes. Expectations are quite high. She was people's queen, right? So King Charles has to come to that expectation quite firmly.
long live the king. That's all I can say.
Yes, absolutely. Long live the queen. Yeah, long
Okay,
live the
great
king.
stuff.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
You're welcome. Can we have a picture with you guys together? It's a good moment.
Hi, who are you? What's your name?
Oscar, and I'm 7.
Where are you from today?
I'm from Ashford.
Okay, and how do you feel about the Queen? How did you know about the Queen passing away?
Because I've been watching on the news. It's pretty upsetting and depressing.
What do you remember about the Queen?
She was a royal monarch, and she had a long time, from 1926 to 2022.
Oh, wow. And do you know anything about the new king?
Oh, Prince Charles III. I think he's the first son of the Queen.
Okay. And why did you think it was so important to be here today?
Because the Queen has died. Everyone's depressed.
And do you have a message for King Charles at all? What would you like to say to him if you had the chance?
I just would have just said hello, hi, have a little chat with him. I wanted to see Buckingham Palace, and then until I noticed it's only for VIP, a very important person.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you so much for your time. Thank you.
Okay.
Right, let's have a picture then. Hello, and who are you, and where have you come from today?
I'm from North London, Edgware se hu, and I've come to pay my respect for the lovely lady, Queen Elizabeth II, who's done a wonderful job for 70 years. And I feel it's a very sad moment, but also the new king, I hope he will do well. And just want to come to see the atmosphere and pay my respect.
And what does it mean to you to be here today?
It's a lot, because when you think she's done so many changes, she has gone through different atmosphere upheavals, and very lovely lady with so much family values. So she looked after everyone and the country at the same time. That's what my view is.
What's your greatest memories of the Queen?
The great is the way everything she taken with calm, and the best one was, I come from a country called Kenya, Nairobi, and that's where she was a princess in Kenya. When she went up to a tree called Treetop, when she came down, she heard the news her father had passed away, from princess to queen, and she comes from my country, from Kenya, though I've been here a long time, and it is history for me. And I just went to Kenya recently, and she stayed at Treetop. That's where she became princess to the queen.
And how your thoughts on King Charles? What do you think the future looks like for the monarchy?
I think he will do a good job, because he's been with the family. He's very steadfast and considers many things. And I'm sure with his vast experience with mum and other things, and he'll make a good king. And I'm sure as we go, the future kings will be from kings only now, because after him, obviously there's a William there and the men. So hope he'll be a good job too for everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So who have I got with me here today?
Salma.
Where are you from?
Northampton.
Sheena from Surrey.
Okay, and why are you here today, and why did you think it was so important to be here today?
Well, we planned to meet up anyway in London, so we've been friends for many years. So we decided to meet up, and we knew, obviously, we thought we should just come and visit, and just pay our respect.
Yeah, and I think that the Queen is like one of the most inspirational ladies, ever. And it's just, I guess it is a part of history, just to be here. And actually, we feel quite sad and emotional about this, because we were just talking about her life and what she's done, and from a really young age, she's just had to be so responsible, and she's done such a good job on it as well. Yeah.
And how do you think King Charles will change the monarchy, and what's your thoughts on that?
Prince Charles has done a lot of good work. So if we just think of the Duke of Edinburgh Award, lots of us have done that. Prince's Trust. So I think he's done a lot of good work that hits communities directly. So I'm sure he'll be great. There'll be changes, but I don't know what they'll be. But let's see.
Yeah, I agree. I think, and he's learnt from his mum as well. She's taught him well. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Yeah.
And what's your fondest memories of the Queen? What will you remember her for?
I've got the funniest memory. So we were out in London one day with a bunch of friends, and suddenly all the traffic had stopped. There were all these like policemen on motorbikes, and then all of a sudden, this car went past slowly. We were like, "There's the Queen!" So that's literally my funniest memory. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say it's just her warmth and her smile, and that she constantly had that smile on her face no matter what. You know, who knows what she was going through at the time, but there was always a smile, and the public would never know. So, yeah.
And do you think what do you think is going to happen next then, and like for the future?
Don't know really. No, not really sure. Let's see.
Yeah, I'd say the same. Watch this space, really. Yeah.
Thank you, girls, for your time. Thank you. Take care. Bye. Hello. Can you tell me your names and where you're from?
I'm Ariana and I'm from Ruislip. I'm Alicia and I'm from Ruislip.
I'm Ray and I'm from Ruislip.
Rowena from Ruislip.
And what do you know about the Queen?
She was a very loving queen, and she always thinks about others instead of herself.
And you, what does Queen mean to you?
The Queen's loving, generous, and more. She thinks about other people and then thinks about herself.
Do you know who the new king's going to be?
King Charles.
King Charles, yeah. And how do you think that he's going to do?
A really good job.
Prince Charles III, and I think he's going to do a very, very good job.
And what have you been doing here today? What did you do?
Been looking around, seeing how about Buckingham Palace and seeing other stuff.
So we walked around Buckingham Palace and we've seen the whole thing, and it looks amazing here.
Okay, thank you guys, and you look amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Sharon. As you can see, there's been a range of mixed emotions since now King Charles III has officially been proclaimed as king. And behind me, in just a moment, King Charles will be welcomed back to Buckingham Palace. The crowds are forming and we'll see him arrive any minute now.
I'm Duchess of Sussex. Duke and Duchess of Sussex. So the four of them are here. Yeah. All four, yeah. Okay, Matt, I'll go off the phone now, alright? Thank you. Bye-bye. Right guys, we're going to move back. No. We're just going to let them move fast now. Just let them move fast now. I'll move you. to meet you.
Phone down, guys. Phone down, please. Sorry, wheels. Guys, just put your phone down as we come past, please. Thank you. Phone down, madam, please.
We really appreciate it. We appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Put your phones down, please, ladies and gents. We come down. Put your phone down, sir.
God save our gracious King, God save our walking, God save the King. We love you, Charles. Thank you, Charles. We love you, King Charles. We love your mum. We are from Singapore. Long live sir. God bless I have personal.
Just put your phones down.
I did you see the picture of mum?
Put your phones down as we come past, ladies and gents. Phone down, sir. Come past. Phone down. Put your phone down, ladies. Come past, please. Put your phones down. Put your phone down, madam. Put your phones down, ladies and gents. Come past, please. Come down. Phones down, guys, and come past, please. Just enjoy the moment. Phones down,
Sorry for doing the last time.
come past. Enjoy the moment.
Nå står jeg faktisk 5 meter fra kongen og skal til å ta den i hånda, så det føles jo veldig mektig. Det er klart at det har vært mye blandede følelser i dag.
Let's just phones down as we come past, please. Thank you.
Jeg er interessert i å hilse den nye kongen.
Phones down, ladies and gents, we come past, please. Watch us bend, we're going to make God save the king!
God save the king!
God save the king!
And let's see you. All the very best.
Look, it's all right there.
Can you come to the barriers?
Come and stand there on the come stand there, come on, and you'll catch it. You'll just get a glimpse of them now.
So who have I got here with me today?
Lorraine and Juliet.
Yeah. And where have you come down from today?
Bedfordshire.
Bedfordshire. And how did you guys feel on Thursday when you found out about the Queen's passing?
I cried. Cried.
Yeah, the same. A bit upset. It's just supporting Mum. More upset than me.
She was our bright sunshine when days were dark.
It's very emotional at the time. Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you feel about King Charles being our new king?
I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I think he's served his time. Let him be king. Give him a chance.
Do you have any messages that you would give to him now he is?
As you would. Carry on doing as you would. Give love to. Showed love yesterday to his fans. No, just do as you've done before. I think he's been a good prince. So, yeah.
And how do you feel about Prince William as well?
Absolutely. They're heir in waiting, and I think they give them time with their children to grow up and live a normal life as long as they can.
Oh, that's lovely. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Who have I got here with me today?
I'm Callum,
Lucia.
And where have you come down from today?
just from Clapham.
Same. And how did you guys feel on Thursday when you found out about the Queen passing?
I was really sad when it happened. She's been such an institution just my whole life. And yeah, it feels like we lost a strange grandparent, really.
Yes, I say,
And what brings you to Buckingham Palace?
I thought we'd just come and just say, kind of pay our respects and kind of pop by and see what's happening, really. I know everything's a big inauguration today with King Charles, and thought I'd see what's going on. It's a moment of history, really.
Here to witness this moment of history. And how do you think Charles will be as king?
I think he's got big shoes to step up to, really. But, you know, I feel he's probably going through a lot at the moment, losing his mum, and then having to, on top of that, have the press and everything saying what's going to happen with him. So hopefully he'll try and carry on and live up to his mum's kind of expectations and teachings, yeah.
And if you had like a message to give him to, now he's going into his big role, what would you say?
I'd say try to keep down to earth, try to live up to his principles, and try to live up to the role his mum's played all this time.
Perfect. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.
No.
B. And where have you come from today to come to Buckingham Palace?
North London. Yeah.
And how did you guys feel on Thursday when you found out about the Queen?
Very sad. Very sad.
Yeah. You just don't know when it's going to come, so it's quite sad when it came.
We always thought she'd be like eternal. She'll always be there. We've grown up with her, so.
So what does the Queen mean to you then? I can see that.
A real woman of substance. Yeah. She gave her life to the country, not her personal, you know. She was always for the people.
Yeah, that's right. She was always there.
Always there. And how do you feel about King Charles being the new king?
I think he'll be a good king because he's had good training from his mother.
Yeah, he's had a long time to wait, so he's been doing great work, and he'll continue that on.
And if you had a message to give him for this massive role he's about to have, what would that be?
You've got big shoes to fill, but I think he'll do it.
Yeah, same here.
Same here.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys so much. Thank you. Oh, you ready? So who have I got here with me today?
Oh, hi, my name's Tracy Coleman. I'm working for the Church of Scientology, and today we're here to pay our respect to Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II for all of her fantastic, dedication and loyalty to this country throughout her reign.
I'm Stefania, and I'm also from the Church of Scientology, and we thought we'd come here to mark the respect for a remarkable woman.
And growing up, what would you say is like your fondest memory of the Queen, like one that stands out the most?
Well, in our family, every Christmas we would, gather around, about 20 of us in my family, and we would always watch the Queen's speech, 3 o'clock every Christmas. And for me, it was a highlight, because she was just so inclusive and she cared about people so much.
And for me, is her respect for others and her ability to grant beingness, grant respect to everyone. Everyone was exactly the same, regardless of their cult, their religions, their background. She was a queen, she was a queen of the world.
And how do you feel about King Charles being our new king?
Well, I'm actually pretty excited about him coming to the throne, just because, I followed his care of the environment, and also in his Accession speech, or the speech before that, he's very much respecting all people of all races, all cultures and all religions. And I think with somebody like that at the head of our country, there's great hope for the British nation.
Perfect.
I think he loves his mother very much and he respected that, and I think he will definitely follow his footsteps. and I think he will be a good king.
Thank you guys so much for talking to me today. Thank you. Just go, yeah. So what's your name?
Elizabeth.
Isn't that fitting for today? Yeah. So what does the Queen mean to you? How do you feel?
She means to me really stability, that I feel at the moment in a very unstable world she represented stability, and I think all of us have got a feeling of being slightly lost, really. Yes.
And growing up, what is your fondest memory of the Queen, the one that sticks out the most to you?
Oh, well, really, we used to see her racing quite a lot, and she was at her very happiest when she was racing. She loved her horses, and if she had a winner, she was quite ecstatic, you know, yes. So, yes, that was when I loved to see her, yes.
That is such a lovely memory. How do you feel about King Charles being our new king?
Well, I think he's got a very hard task. It's going to be very difficult following such a popular, yes. But he's had quite a long time, hasn't he, to prepare. So I think he'll do rather well. Yes, I do. Yes.
And if you had any message for him, if you walk past now, what would you say to him for the role that he's got coming up?
Well, I really don't know. I think I would just I'd just tell him to be courageous, because he'll need a lot of courage. Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Elizabeth, for talking to us today. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Here at Buckingham Palace today, we are seeing so many flowers absolutely everywhere, such as on this tree here. Here's a card that I'm just picking up now from the many selection, and I'll just read it out loud. To our wonderful Queen Elizabeth II, thank you for all that you have done for us and our country. May you rest in peace and rise in glory, never to be forgotten. To Charles, Anne, Andrew and Edward, thank you for allowing us to share your amazing mama. It really does feel like we have lost a family member, and we will cherish the memories we have made while enjoying royal events and celebrations. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that was by the Lane family. So yeah, so many lovely messages here all over Buckingham Palace. All the flowers, all the messages, just amazing. So what are your guys' names?
We're Barry and Sarah.
Barry and Sarah. And where have you come down from today?
We come from Essex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how do you feel being here at Buckingham Palace today, just a few days after the Queen passed away?
It's really nice being part of it all, feeling the atmosphere, looking at the flowers, reading some of the messages. There was a gentleman earlier, he was putting up a Paddington bear quite high up, and there was a little girl and she took the Paddington bear, squeezed it and then put it back up there. It was really touching. And then someone else was handing him flowers. So people making little jokes, but it's just nice to soak up the atmosphere, feel that you're part of the history of it all, really. It's very sad. We've never known life without Queen Elizabeth, so... Yeah.
And on that, growing up, what's a fond memory you have of the Queen? One that comes to your mind when you think of her?
She always did the right thing. Yeah. Always.
Is there any, like, special events?
Yes, the Silver Jubilee. I remember when I was... how old was I? My God, it was 1973. Was it the Silver Jubilee?
77.
77, sorry, yes. I was 16. I remember parties in the streets for her, and it was a very special time. But it's lovely. People are so respectful. There are thousands of people here, but what's lovely are people are so respectful of everyone, and people are queuing orderly and getting through where they want to be. And it's a very special time. Unfortunately, we don't come to the palace enough, and we have to have, the Queen's death for us to come. So, it's very sad, really, because it is a lovely place to come.
Yeah, it's beautiful. And there's so many people here today as well. As King Charles is our new king, do you have any messages, if he came here now, that you'd say to him?
Well, we're Jewish, so I would actually say that I would wish him long life, because that's what we say when someone dies in our religion. And just, you know, let him know that we're all behind him, and he seems to be following in his mum's footsteps in terms of so respectful, his speech about her, and he still calls her Mama or something, doesn't he?
Mama.
Mama, it's so cute. So he's just a son, really, isn't he? Just like any of us. Well, I'm a daughter, but so we just wish him well, wish him, you know, our thoughts in terms of him struggling with any grief, and I just feel safe that he would be very adept at looking after the country in the same way that his mother did, really.
Yeah.
So
I just want to say that I think she's definitely a hard act to follow, most definitely, yes. And of course, she became queen very young, so it's going to be very hard for him to follow in her footsteps. You know, he's 73, and I think he'll be a pretty good king.
Well, thank you so much, guys, for talking to me today. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
My name's James, and I'm actually from Canada.
Oh, wow. So how did you feel on Thursday when you found out about the Queen's passing?
Well, it's sad as you'd expect from everybody, like from everything that's happened, and not totally unexpected, but you still think that she'd have lived on, and you know, it's just a bit of a surprise as well.
What did the Queen mean to you as a person?
Well, growing up in Canada, her portrait was always on the wall in the schools. My mum, who's English, was very, very a royalist. You know, she was always there. She was always a symbol of hope, a symbol of duty, a symbol of, you know. And I've been here a few times to see, like, the Jubilees, because I've been living here now for 25 years. So, yeah, going to miss her.
And what do you think of Charles as the new king?
You know, it's succession. It's his turn. It's his job. We'll see how he goes. But, you know.
If you had any message to tell him, what would you say?
I think, to be honest, everything that he's been saying, everything that he's been doing is what you'd expect, to be honest. So, yeah, I think he's going to be fine.
Perfect. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Amelia.
Rachel.
Shell.
Mackenzie. And Mackenzie. So where have you guys come from today to come to Buckingham Palace?
We're from Essex.
We're from Suffolk.
And Suffolk.
Yes.
So what does it mean to bring the children here today?
It's our history. It's to let them understand that, you know, we've lost a legend and queen of our country, to pay our respects.
And how do you feel like King Charles will be as our new king?
I think he'll do a very good job. He had a very good teacher, his mum, so he will he'll do a good job for the country.
Yeah, exactly as she said. I mean, he's had, you know, this has been the legacy he's been brought up with to carry forward, along with his own new ideas. You know, the same as the late Queen did for herself from her parents. So I think he'll be very good.
And what do they teach you in school about the royal family, especially this week?
They said that it's a really sad thing because of what's happened, and it's a life-changing thing for everybody in this country because she's always been there for everyone, and yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, guys. Thank you. Wow, what an amazing day it's been. There's been such a mixed range of emotions, an amazing atmosphere where I feel like the public have just come together so much today to be here, not only to remember the Queen but also to welcome the new king. What do you think, Sharon?
Yeah, it's when you see it on TV, it's a different atmosphere, but when you hear it, gives you goosebumps that it's such a somber, airy feeling here, and you know, the public, after speaking to them, it's just such mixed emotions, from memories to, you know, what the future holds for them, really. But yeah, from little children to older, you know, who have lived through the whole Queen's reigns. So yeah, so it's been emotional.
Yeah, and just to add to that, it's been so amazing to hear so many people's different stories of their own personal relations with the Queen as well. Like for me, for example, it's Christmas Day, which other people have said to me as well. It's been her Jubilee this year. There's just so many connections that people have with the Queen, and even coming to London today and being, you know, I just think of the Queen, and it's a massive change, and yeah, people have definitely been feeling that today.
Yeah, and I think that's it. I think people are anxious about the change because, like you said, you know, as the Queen's speech on Christmas Day, that's going to change, and you know, the anthem, and I think it's the change as well. So yeah, that's the thoughts that we've had today. Yeah,
and even hearing "God Save the King" earlier here was so different, but it's definitely gonna take time to get used to, as everyone here is told us today as well. Yeah, it was really great to hear what people had to say about the new changes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. This is
Sharon
and Emily for Brit Asia TV. Thank you.